So I wanted to click into this product because you talked about their storefront. And I also wanted to show this one does not have a brand module here. It has their A+ content, but does not have a brand module. By the way, as Anchor has grown, I'm a big fan of some of their content, and I'm very disappointed in other content. Like, for example, this item, if I were to view on mobile, this is too much. You know, it's really just not very effective for mobile, in my opinion. I mean, just way too much here to absorb. But they don't have a brand module in this particular item, but they do on a lot of others, and that helps you get a direct link to the storefront. So a typical customer that goes to this product without that storefront module needs to come here and click on visit the Anchor store. And now when we're here at this storefront, I thought maybe, Wes, you could point out a couple of things. You mentioned that you would do your funnel strategy a little different. Maybe you could talk about that.
Yeah, well, so as it starts out, you know, that world's #1 mobile charging brand. I mean, the first thing that you see is building confidence in the brand that, you know, this is a brand that obviously a lot of folks use. They like it. They've got 10 years of innovation. They're all over the world. And then scroll down this a little bit. And so here, you know, you kind of have a breadth of their product. You know, this is kind of a 4-category segment of their product, you know, listings. And you can kind of break off and go into different, you know, pages there, but it's not, you know, on this, as far as the scroll, when you scroll up to see that, you know, I see that recommended by, and I immediately go there. And, you know, here's a list of people that, I mean, I don't know who they are, but, you know, that combined with as this, you know, as seen on, it's just, again, it's building that confidence in the brand, confidence in the product. And then here you've got, you know, more products that you can click into. And I think where Anchor could improve on this is, instead of showing some of the products in that module right above there, maybe ask the customer, you know, what are you looking for? What problem are you trying to solve here? And then lead them to a page dedicated to their problem and more dedicated to the problem versus trying to show them your product, you know, the depth of your products. Because, you know, if I'm coming to this page from that particular Anchor, you know, hub, now I'm kind of looking for, I'm going to scroll back up and I'm going to look at the menu bar here, and they've got a huge menu bar. So I think navigation here could be a little bit better. Yeah, exactly. So you have to go into things that way. But, you know, I like how they build the confidence first. So they answer that, or they solve that first problem of, you know, is this a brand that I can trust? You know, but I think what they could do better is the navigation into, you know, what's the customer looking for, is as far as these 4 products, and then the 6 below that, you know, what are those products for? Just give them, you don't have to give them an actual product, just, you know, do a nice graphic and say, you know, looking for power stations, cables, you know, and that way you're leading them into a funnel that they click into.
I agree. So I agree with everything you said. In fact, what I was thinking about is, I like this family page because it shows me the breadth of their assortment. It gives me that reassurance that, hey, this is #1 mobile charging brand, both here and here. And I can see some confidence boosting elements, but where they fail is on the product, getting me to the product. And I believe that they're missing out actually on what's most important for them, because their products really look the part and they're trusted, but they don't, it's hard to see all of the products. Like, what are all of their hubs? So what I want to do is figure out, how do I get to this category right here, which is show me all of your docking stations,
right,
as fast as humanly possible, because that's what most customers are going to the brand store for.
Right.
And they fail here, in my opinion.
Oh, totally.
Series 5, Series 6, Series 7, this is something new that they're trying to push. I don't think the customer gets it. I don't get it. I don't think customers should have to learn how you're trying to separate your products. I think it should be intuitive. So that is definitely a big miss here. And that's one thing that you can see if you click onto some of their product pages, is they are using the brand module. And although I think it's somewhat poorly executed, I do think that it does get you to the brand store. So if I click on this item, for example, I know this item has a brand module. Again, I have bundles. But see, this right here is a brand A+ module. So if you're not rolling this out, you should be. It is something that you can apply with one fell swoop across your entire brand. It can add branding elements. It can add an about the brand, and it can have various links to the brand store. So if you had a product in multiple categories, you could showcase the different categories, give customers some of the confidence boosting. So I like how they have the confidence boosting elements. And I like how they have some key products with storefronts. I just don't like how they separate it into Series 6, Series 7, Series 5. To me, it doesn't make intuitive sense to the customer. And then below that brand module, you have the standard A+ content, which, by the way, this is better. Notice the simple messaging.
Right.
Showcase the family product. Simple, I get, easy to the point.
Nice on mobile.
Good on mobile. These all stack one on top of the other. They emulated the product description field here. This is a little too wordy here. The notes are too much. Part of that's just the category. So they're emulating the product description here. And then they're allowing a comparison to show other products. So if a customer's not interested in this one, but they want the 633, well, boom, rather than them backing away and potentially going to a competitor, now I've moved them right onto the product that's better suited for their needs. And that's a winning strategy. But they did it in a creative way. They took the info or the images that could have been placed here, and they added some elements that, give it some, I think, a more compelling view of their products, so that it draws my eye to it. Sure.
But a lot of this that we just saw, you can do that on the storefront page as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that we clicked out of the storefront page to go to a detail page, I don't know. Every time I see a storefront page that all they've done, or not they being Anchor, but any seller, all they do is just put the Amazon product, module there. Hey, well, if you're launching phase 1 of your storefront, I get it. But, that Anchor storefront page, for the docking stations that had the 5 products there, like you said, what's the difference in those products? Now I'm confused now. It's almost like the Kensington product that you showed as well. It's the same situation. So if you put a module above that, talking about why these docks are different and what the benefits are, now I'm educated. Now I don't have to click out. Now I'm ready to buy. I'm clicking that part to buy versus to explore more and get more knowledge.
Yep, exactly. So for example, you could do a video right above. So
brilliant.
Yeah, I mean that there's so much more that you have to think about when you're building these brand stores. Is what are the customers looking for? In this case, brand reassurance, and then getting them right to the category as fast as possible. But to your point, Wes, when I still see all these products that look exactly the same, help me out here. Maybe you could even have a graphic. Too. You could even have a graphic above here that basically looks like the product comparison chart. How great would that be? Maybe followed, with a video here on the page as well. I mean, they're giving you the flexibility, and that's what Amazon desires, is for you to guide them through how to take a very large, complex catalog and make it easy to shop.
Sure.
So it's your responsibility as a brand to do that, and we can help you. And by the way, we never used to offer services that we used to coach people, but we kind of required you to use your resources, or we'd help you outsource resources. Now we actually have folks on the team that can do the infographics, the storefront creations, the A+ content, the video creation, all of this stuff. So if you need help with any of this stuff, and you've been coached by your senior consultants on what needs to be done, and you feel overwhelmed, we can advise you on what the cost would be for us to do it. And I would recommend build a proof of concept, have us optimize one listing for you if you need the help, and let us monitor and see what was the lift. We've seen examples of more than 50% increases in conversion rates when customers are seeing a fully optimized listing versus a non-optimized listing. Again, if you're going to be at Prosper Show and you'd like to meet up, shoot me a note. I'd love to see you there. If you have follow-up questions, please give us a shout. Send me an email. I'd be happy to answer them for you. We do provide a free listing evaluation if you'd like to jump on a call and talk through it. Otherwise, we'll see you again next month when we have another webinar.